New York is famous for being a city that will make you or break you. To shine in a place like this, you really have to be something special. Making something of yourself in a city full of people trying to do the same thing takes a huge amount of commitment. But sometimes, just one inspirational person or one tiny moment can change your life. I'm Doug Censor Martin, I'm 21 years old, and I'm a Gymshark athlete.
I can sit here and tell you I was that shy, quiet kid in school who would get bullied and picked on every single day and start dreading school. However, for me, I was the shy and quiet kid. I wasn't really picked on as much as some other kids were. I kept to myself. I had a very small circle of friends. I had a lot of passions. I played a lot of sports, basketball, football, any type of physical sport, I would be playing it. But once I was introduced to video games and specifically Call of Duty, it really started to take over my life. I really became addicted to playing the first-person shooter, and I started to make a lot of sacrifices in my life. For example, growing up, I used to have really good grades, like 95 in school, 90s. I was always on the honor roll in school growing up, and then it went down to like a 75. Basketball, I was a very good basketball player growing up, and then Call of Duty took over. I didn't play basketball for almost 2 years. So then when I tried out for the team again in high school, I was so bad because I haven't dribbled a basketball, I haven't shot a basketball, that I couldn't play, and I didn't make the team. So I started to really grow to Call of Duty, and it became the only thing in my life fast. I had nothing else going for me. My grades were terrible. I started to isolate myself from society, even my family. There would be times where my mom would say, "Doug, it's time for dinner, you gotta come downstairs." And I'd just be like, "Mom, 1 minute, please, just 1 minute, I gotta finish this game." She'd be like, "What are you trying to do, Doug? What's going on with you up there? What are you doing in your room all by yourself all day?" I'll be like, "Mom, I'm trying to be #1 in the world." She said, "Why is that so important to you? Why do you gotta be #1? I said, "Mom, somebody has to be #1. Why can't I be that guy? Why can't I be #1? Soon enough, 2 months later, I was the #1 in the world. Growing up in school, I never kissed girls. I never talked to girls. I would stay away from girls. As a matter of fact, if I thought a girl was cute, I'd look in the opposite direction. Then, 7 years later, fast forward, that was the last time I had a girlfriend. I was 14 years old. 7 years later, I meet Yannette online, and it was the craziest experience ever because my friend linked me a video of her giving the weather report. And it was just a 15-second clip, nothing too special, and I just randomly decided to find out more about the girl. I thought she was so attractive and just absolutely stunning.
Ya para el día lunes tendremos un cielo muy nublado, completamente cerrado nuestro cielo.
I just wanted to know more about her and who she was and if she is real, because I've never seen a girl like that in my life. When I found out more about who she was, I found her Twitter account, I found her Instagram account. She had about 1,000 followers on both of them, and I had a bigger following because of the gaming and the brand that I built up. And I decided to just, hey, I just want to follow her, see if she could follow me back. I made a YouTube video about her, and then the next day she followed me back on Twitter, and the first thing I asked her was, "Hey, do you speak English?" And she goes, "No. Do you speak Spanish?" And I said, "No." And I said that I was just going to go out there. I wanted to meet her and tell her that she was beautiful, and that was just going to be it. And if we could be friends, that's cool. If I could stay in contact with her, that's cool. But I wasn't expecting much.
It's currently 1:35 in the afternoon. I'm about to go head to the airport. I'm going to Mexico. I'm doing this all by myself, and this is going to be the craziest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I'm meeting a random news anchor.
Meeting who?
I'm meeting him. Her name is Yannette Garcia. She's this news anchor in Mexico.
You're a musician?
Yeah, she tells the weather and the news on a Mexican TV station.
Okay.
And I got in contact with her a few days ago, and I'm booking a flight to go down there and meet her right now. Here you go. Thank you.
When I look back now, it's crazy to think how I went from a shy kid who wouldn't talk to girls to somebody who would fly across the world to make a girl mine. I think that's the confidence the gym gave me. I used to be scared to go for what I wanted, but training taught me to go out into the world and take what I want.
When I worked at LA Fitness for 2.5 years, I met a good friend there. His name was Dennis. And Dennis was a fitness fanatic. He was obsessed with all the bodybuilders, the Steve Cooks, the Christian Guzmans, all those guys. He wanted to be just like them. And it was really interesting because when I was a pro gamer, I traveled to Columbus, Ohio. And that same weekend that I was playing in a tournament, there was the Arnold Fit Expo. And my friend called me when I was at this tournament and said, "Doug, I want to go out to this expo. Can we go on the Sunday? I know you have nothing to do. Can we go?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go, Dennis. Why not?" And when we went there, the first thing we did was go on the line for Steve Cook. But once you walk past his booth, after you finish talking to him, you see this big booth for Gymshark, this massive booth. And the two of my favorite most YouTubers there, the Hodge twins. They're standing there with their Gymshark pants on, shirtless. And they have this huge line of people standing there waiting to see them and take pictures with them. And I was thinking to myself, man, why can't that be me? I just kept thinking, you know, what if I could be that guy, that fitness gamer that is able to show all these people in the world that you could be a professional gamer and win on the highest level and also be in shape. After some time, it was funny because 2 months later, 3 months later, I got an email from Gymshark, and Gymshark said, "Hey Doug, we really want to sponsor you, we really want to start working with you." And I was ecstatic because obviously it's a thought in my head, but it was a long shot. Obviously I want to do all these great things, but I didn't have a big social media following. It was okay, but it wasn't anything special. I mean, it'd be a lot easier for them to just go out and find another person who has way more followers than me that could instantly get them more revenue, but they decided to choose me. And then that's when it clicked to me that we have the same mindset, that I'm a gamer that was skinny, that had nothing going for him, and I wanted to make something more of myself, and I really felt that I could, and they saw that potential in me. I like to think that I broke the mold when it came to being a gamer and being out of shape, the stereotypical fat loser gamer that sits in his mom's basement. And Gymshark definitely broke the mold. They went into a market that's saturated with so much competition, and they were able to carve out their own reputation of so many like-minded individuals that share the same passions and beliefs. And they developed a family that I could gladly say that I'm now a part of. 1 year ago, I was standing on a line for 2 hours to meet Steve Cook as a fan. And now I'm going to be standing next to him as a Gymshark athlete at the next fitness expo. That's insane.
So this depression and this eating disorder really took over the last 3-4 years of my life after she passed away, and I was just in a really, really, really dark place.